Hey everyone, this is June from Turning Point Life Investment, and this is your market analysis for the week ending in July 31st, 2009. So, we finally did it. We managed to hit that 100 level mark, okay? We've been talking about it, everyone's been talking about it, and it's finally here. The only thing is, what do we do now? Okay, so either A, we can continue higher, or B, the market decides to pull back after hitting this target. In my mind, it came a lot sooner than anticipated. I was expecting first a deeper pullback, probably around to this level, and then another push towards 100. But, then again, the market will do whatever it wants to do, correct? Since we're looking at a 3-year weekly view, we notice that it's finally managed to trade above this 50-week moving average, which it hasn't done so for a good year, a little over a year. One thing I do want to mention is notice how the volume is very below average. Now, understand this is the summer months, and summer there's usually not a whole lot of volume, but you still have to take that a little bit in consideration how the market's moving higher with very little participation. Also, notice the MACD is starting to show some divergence, so it's giving us a clue that the market is starting to exhibit a little bit of weakness towards the upside. So we had a new high made up by the market, but the MACD is not as high as the previous peak. Which means it's diverging a bit. Next, we go into a 6-month daily view. First thing you want to notice is on Thursday and Friday, we pulled in a couple of doji candlesticks, especially the one on Thursday is more telling. This is almost I would say a shooting star, maybe even gravestone doji. Right? Sounds fancy, but it really means the same thing. It's a bearish sign. It's telling us that, okay, the bulls managed to push it and tag that 100. After it done so, then as the bears came in and started selling again. Notice how far we are from the moving averages. Okay, so that's something to take into consideration. I call it the rubber band effect, where you can only stretch that rubber band so far before it has to come back, okay, or before it hits a limit. And I think the market pretty much hit a limit, especially hitting that 100 mark. We are overbought, but then again, we've been overbought for a good 2-3 weeks already. You can see that it's starting to roll out of there, so the momentum towards the upside is not as strong as it once was during this period in time here. So the question is, what do we expect next week? I do expect, if this is the top, some kind of pullback. We've been waiting for it. Last week we didn't quite get it, but hopefully this week we will get some kind of pullback. The first level, I would say probably around the 95, 96 area. That would be the first level of pullback. So 95, 96 would be the first level. The second level, I would say, is somewhere around 93. That's where the 50-day moving average is, and that's also where this previous high is as well. So that would be the second level that I will look for if it surpasses this level here. But anything lower than 93, I would suspect something else might be happening. But as long as, once again, right, as long as support holds right here, then I would start buying, looking towards going long again in the market. Okay, next we jump into the VIX. Now the VIX is showing some major divergence. You notice the market made a new high. However, the VIX did not. It actually made a higher low. So that's pretty significant considering that the market continues higher, but the VIX is not doing the same, going lower. It's telling me that traders are expecting increased volatility simply because this has not moved past this previous low. So usually increased volatility means downside for the market, as we all know last year. So this could be a telling sign maybe that the market does want to move lower, especially since we're starting to see an increase in the VIX, increased volatility, as I mentioned. So this 50-day moving average has always been a pretty strong resistance for the VIX, and we're going to see if we're able to pass that this time. But if it does, then that tells us that the pullback might be a little bit deeper than expected. So watch for the 50-day moving average and see if the VIX is able to surpass that level.